So this should, I believe, be a ranked game. Yes. Silver 1, so this was the game that I won to get to gold. And I am playing against an elemental hero deck. Fuck around with some shit. I just want to see if I can make this slow. Okay. Just want to see if I can make it just a bit slower. Apparently not. Alright, let's see if I can get this going. So, if I remember correctly, he's going first and I'm going second. Okay, so basically trying to special summon something. I use my effect that allows me to discard to special summon something myself. So I throw out Parlor. Parlor, when she's normal special summon, I can send one card from the deck to grave. I send my changeover, which is a Polymerization, just like he did. He's in now. So the card he just pulled out, it's so fucking annoying because whenever I control a monster, it loses 200 attack for each hero monster in his graveyard. Not to mention, he has a once per turn quick effect, which apparently I thought he used more than once. But he basically can destroy a card, including the card itself that's using the effect, to destroy one card on my side of the field, or at least destroys both of them. And then on top of that, if that card, the Phoenix Enforcer card, gets destroyed by battle or card effect, he can summon one Destiny Hero monster from his graveyard during the standby of his next turn, which includes the damn card itself that he just sent to the graveyard. So this is exactly what he does right now. He banishes something to summon something and then destroys that card. And now it's my turn. So I set 3, try to get that Parlor. He does the same shit. Destroys something, so I can't put something in the grave, but I still do because it's still her effect. For some reason I late summon here, this monster really does absolutely fuck all. And then I end my turn because there's nothing else I can do. I want to say did he just end his turn? Yes, he did. So, right there, what I just tried to do, so Dragon Maid Tidying, I can target a card on his field or graveyard or my field. Well, not or and my field, and it sends them both back to hand, but he used his Phoenix Destroyer's fucking effect to destroy one of my trap cards, which was Infinite Impermanence, which negates fucking monster effects, which is what I needed to get rid of him, but that didn't work out. And then he just obviously attacked me. 1200. So I got the same fucking card again. Shouldn't help. This is my standby phase, so he fucking brought back that card. So Dragon Maid Tidying also has a graveyard effect that I can banish it from my graveyard to special summon in defense a monster from my graveyard, which that's exactly what I did. And with Chamber, if she's normal special summon, I can get one spell or trap, one Dragon Maid spell or trap from my deck to my hand, which I chose Dragon Maid Hospitality. Dragon Maid Hospitality allows me to special summon a Dragon Maid from my hand or graveyard in defense position, which is what I'm about to do. Oh, I think I tried to bait out his effect here, which is exactly what I did for the Gargan, which all it does is move my monster from one space to the next. So I literally baited out his card so I can do this specific move, which I special summon this evolved Dragon Maid form to get Dragon Maid Changeover. Changeover is my fusion summon, which I'm about to pull out my boss monster called Dragon Maid Shio. All I need is one Dragon Maid and one level 7 or higher dragon, which that dragon's level 7. So I pull out Shio. Shio is my boss monster, 3500 attack. And the reason why I like this card so much is because on each standby phase, I can summon one level 9 or lower Dragon Maid monster from my hand or my graveyard. And then on top of that, he has a quick effect that I can negate any activation of an effect, whether it's a monster card effect or a spell effect, spell or trap effect. And if I do, I destroy that card and I return him back to the hand, to my extra deck. And if I do that, I get to special summon basically this card's human form, which is called Dragon Maid, House Dragon Maid, which she has the same effect as his first effect, that she can special summon something on each standby phase. So he special summons a hero, and then he's bringing this back. And now he's trying to destroy my monster, but I'm going to use my monster to negate his monster's effect. So it destroyed itself, so it means it's coming back again, but I got to bring out House Dragon Maid, which allows me to special summon. He tried to, I don't know why. Okay, hold up. A lot of shit just went on. So, Jesus. Okay, so from here, I return Shio to the hand, special summon her human form, which is House Dragon Maid, which once per turn during the standby phase, I can target one other Dragon Maid monster I control and special summon another Dragon Maid monster from a hand or graveyard. So it's a little different, but it's still the same thing. Oh, it also has to be whose level is one level higher or lower than the card that I targeted. And then her other effect is when another face-up dragon monster on my field returns to my hand, except during this damage step, I can target one monster my opponent controls and destroy it. So basically the effects fucking resolved, and I used the standby phase to special summon Dragon Maid Nurse, or Nurse Dragon Maid, which whenever she's normal special summon, I can target one level 4 or lower Dragon Maid monster in my graveyard. So I did that, and I brought back Chamber, and I want to say he was gonna activate. Yeah, he's gonna activate his card to bring it back again. So Chamber Dragon Maid, when she's normal special summon, I get a magic card, a spell or trap from a hand. I chose Dragon Maid Hospitality again to try to get another spell, which looks like Dragon Maid Hospitality, which same thing again. It lets me special summon from my graveyard or hand, which I choose to use her thing about Parlor to get another dragon from my card from my deck to my hand. Which, another thing I forgot to explain, the Dragon Maids themselves, whenever you go into battle phase, they also have another effect that lets me change them into their actual dragon alternates, which Nurse was the pink one that I used at the beginning of the game. Parlors is the green dragon in my hand right now. I also have a red one called Kitchen. And then Chamber Dragon Maid, she's actually kind of special. She can transform into any dragon. That includes House Dragon Maid's dragon form as well. So if I have her in the graveyard, I can take Chamber, and during the battle phase, I can change her into my boss monster. And then also at the end of battle phase, I can change them from hand to field again, from the dragon forms to the maid forms, which you really don't want to do because the dragon forms are a lot better. They have 2700, 2600 attack instead of 500. So Not all the time do you want to do that, but it's also good that, you know what I mean, if they use like a Raigeki or something that basically wipes your board, you don't want your strong dragons to be on the field. But also the strong dragons, the level 7s and up, they can only switch from their form to human form from hand, when the actual dragon maids themselves can do it from graveyard. So I use Champion Maid Dragon again to get another dragon on the field, or at least another dragon maid. This card, I still don't kind of know how to use it, but essentially if I control a level 7 or 8 dragon monster, it's supposed to negate special. Oh, okay, so I didn't read the card right. It's supposed to negate monster effects, but it says negate that face-up special summon monster's effect until the end of the turn. Which I don't think it does. See, because he still destroyed my card, but like I said, what he doesn't know is he kind of fucked up because they can use Dragon Maid's Hospitality, bring back a dragon. I think I tried to use that to negate, because that does negate card. God, stumbling over my words. Okay, so I use the effect of Dragon Maid low par, which, funny enough, if you haven't noticed, all of the human forms names are frontward facing, and the actual dragon's names are basically the card that it corresponds to backwards. So Parlor Dragon Maid's dragon form is low par. So low par's effect allows me to discard that dragon specifically, then target one face-up monster on the field. That player or players cannot activate that target's effect on the field this turn. So that's what I did, which the effect resolves, so he shouldn't be allowed to try to destroy a card since it's my turn, since it's once per turn. And then Dragon Maid also, Dragon Maid Changeover has an effect that in the graveyard I can return one card to my hand to get Dragon Maid Changeover out of the graveyard into my hand. So that's what I do, and then I return one of my Parlor Dragon Maids to my hand, and then I go to activate Changeover, use Parlor, and then Dragon Maid. Jesus Christ. Noodlear. We'll just go with that. Noodle Jarl. To make another Shield, because I run 2 Shields and 3 Housemaids in this deck. But since Shield's not in the graveyard, it doesn't matter. He's not in the graveyard, so all I really gotta do is just essentially. So here, this is when I turn into battle phase, and I'm basically switching out the dragon forms for the regular forms, which I fucked up here and barely just realized that the more heroes in his graveyard, the weaker my monsters get. So I'm literally still trying to figure out how to get this guy's fucking monster off my field. So basically here, I'm just putting back all of the evolved, the actual dragon forms back into the graveyard. And then there, I used the effect wrong again, and I negated my own effect. So it's just a bunch of fuck-ups here. See, now he has Destiny Hero Plasma, which this one negates all the effects of all face-up monsters. So this is honestly where he fucked up, because he got rid of the Enforcer Phoenix, which is what I was having such a hard time getting rid of. But see, this is where I was talking about Dragon Maid. I pull out Dragon Maid Shield, which I believe I just swing over the 1900 on my next turn, because he didn't go for any of my strong monsters, but he could swing over the 3500. So, Maxi's pointless here. So yeah, I tried to negate an ability, but it didn't work. So now I'm using Dragon Maid Changeover's ability again, so I can get Housemaid out. swing over that. I use that to negate his effect from the graveyard, which I want to say was about to bring out another. Oh no, it was supposed to negate the battle damage that I did. And then I swing. I crash with that. And why did it not work? Hold up. Must be blah blah blah. Oh, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So basically, the reason why I try to get that card off the field is because during his main phase, he can destroy all monsters on my field with attack less than or equal to this card's. Also, each card gains. Oh, so he also gains a 200 attack for every monster he destroys this way. So he would literally destroy all 3 of my cards because he has 3,000 attack, and the highest one I have is 3,000 right now. Until I pull out Dragon Maid Welcome, which Dragon Maid Welcome, every Dragon Maid I have on the field increases their attack by 100, attack and defense by 100 for each monster that I control, or Dragon Maid monster, which I control 3, so that's an extra 3. So now he can only destroy 2. But even then, I'm about to use the effect and grab Dragon Maid Changeover again to pull out Shio. And then, of course, I end my turn. Standby phase, I pull out another Dragon Maid nurse, so I try to pull out 2 more Dragon Maids right now. Which then I use her effect to pull out another Dragon Maid. He goes to use that, and I use Dragon Maid Tidying to pull that back to his hand. So now he would have to refusion summon that out, and I believe after this, he surrenders. Because he wouldn't have nothing to do or anywhere to attack with, and I would have just killed him, and that would have been game. Yeah, it was a weird game that only lasted about like 9 turns. I didn't even get to use my fucking magical cylinder, man. I was kind of upset, but it's fine.